stuffed. Right, guys, welcome back. Second cup of tea, bacon rolls done and scoffed, which were great. You get good bacon here, actually, but that's another topic for another day, isn't it? I do digress. Right, you've done your perfect and non-so-perfect day now and then morning. So what we're going to talk about now is your now and then day from lunchtime onwards. So in the previous video, go and check it out. We were talking about what Jules' life was like then at given times of the day and what it was like now. So let's crack on. As we've had breakfast, let's go for lunch. So 1 p.m. on your day back then, Julesy, tell me what it was like.
It would be lunch at my desk, if I had lunch at all, eating rubbish, needing my Diet Coke and chocolate fix to get me through the afternoon. And really, that was not a very healthy lifestyle.
I remember what you tell me, Stu. It was awful. Right now, Julesy, we're in Spain. It's a weekday. What does it look like?
Right. Lunch is a proper break, a nice light lunch, usually outside, checking in with each other to see how we've gone in the morning, what we need to do in the afternoon, but no pressure, just doing what we do.
Spanish red tape, I want to talk about that. All right, so that's 1 p.m. Mid-afternoon, 3 p.m. What was it looking like back in the day?
By 3 p.m. I would be mentally exhausted, meetings about meetings, still behind, and the pressure would be building because, I'd just not achieved anything that I set out to achieve on that particular day.
And you're melting by them, weren't you? Yeah. Now, Julesy, 3 p.m. on a weekday it's spent.
Here it would just be some client work, some admin. Often we go out, get a change of environment and brainstorm projects, which, sometimes that change for environment really helps. If we finished work for the day, we might go out on our bikes, but no pressure, no grind, and no meetings for the sake of meetings.
Meetings for the sake of meetings. I can't remember the last time I had a meeting. Oh, that was brutal. So that's you crawling through the day back in the day. 6 p.m. Give me, Jules, back in the day.
6 p.m. I'd still be at my desk. My inbox would be chaos and just basically stress to the max by then because I'm even further behind than the day before.
Yeah, I used to phone you and so you're coming back and you're like, I've got another hour yet. Yes, I'm full what? Brutal. Absolutely brutal. So 6 p.m. on a day, what is that look like?
6 p.m. we'd definitely be done for the day, unless we have clients all over the world. So the time zone, sometimes, we stay around for clients in Canada and America.
Well, that's good. That's on our terms as well.
Yes, absolutely. Heading out, switching off properly, space to breathe and just chill.
Have a life. Yeah, and love it. Love that time of day. I love all times of day here. That's how. There you go. So 8 p.m. on my magical script. Back in the day, Jules. If you were home.
Yeah.
If you'd got home.
Well, it would be dinner, but my mind would still be on work, still stressed, overwhelmed, and then probably Netflix just to try and escape.
Yeah, brutal. And now?
Now, probably a walk, music, glass of wine, proper time together, just present and peaceful.
It's funny here. We've been here since you're watching this, as in our new home where we live up here near Cadiz. We moved here in May, did we?
Yeah.
And we're filming this, 1st of August we're filming this. We haven't watched the TV once. We watched a couple of things on the laptop out here on the terrace. We do Starlight movie night, don't we?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we get the laptop, set up, stars, moon, and we'll watch maybe a thing or two here, but we've not put the telly on in the lounge since we got here. It's not even plugged in, have we? So that speaks volumes for me, actually, because it's just like, I talk about your environment trumps will every time. If you're in the wrong environment, you put the hardest, you will never change anything, but when you change that environment, and suddenly people would like living in TV, crisps and wine, whereas now TV's just not even on anymore. And I just thought about that, actually. I don't know if we'll even put it on, because we're going to I digress a little bit, but up here on the terrace, when winter finally comes on the nights get dark, we're going to get a fire pit up here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Have nights up here. So that's it. As I said, I digress. We shall push off. 10:30 p.m. back in the end of the day, Georgie.
Oh, well, back in the day, still trying to unwind, can't sleep. The to-do list is playing on loop in my head. And so, it was just a vicious circle of,
Ready for the next day.
Trying to get to sleep.
Because we're all thoughts, isn't it? And now?
Now, well, we wind down properly. I mean, we probably stay up a little bit later just because, obviously, the evenings are still very warm. It's still, we're at the height of summer right now. But just to sit out or just take a walk down to the beach in the evening, it's just lovely. And it's just, it's time to, just like drifting off, but no pressure. Does that make any sense?
It does, and it's funny. I'm just looking at this because we've got a timeline on this. We've said what we doing at 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. When you get to later in the evening, you forget what time it is, and sometimes it can be 9:30, sometimes it can be 11:30. Can't it? Yeah, it's just you just lose track of time, which I love. I think that's we're not living by a clock or what. I've got to get to bed because I've got to be up at 6 and got the heated seats on. It's should you watch the previous video? Go watch it. But yeah, cool. So that's your day then and now. I kind of like it. I like the sound of it. And again, I mean, you just sum up where we are with it and, what does it look like?
Well, I think looking back now, I mean, it's mad to think that had become normal. The stress, the no work-life balance. It's just every day it was like being in survival mode, really.
I think as well, when we talked about this again in the previous video in the morning, now and then, we talked about not seeing it creep up. And Jules was so buried in that hellish environment of a day, a work day, what have you. When I broached the subject of moving to Spain initially, or anywhere, I has to go Australia first, she couldn't even see a possibility of it. Couldn't even see it. Matt can't do that, too much to do. But couldn't even see how you could actually get the space to make it happen, could you? It just wasn't on the radar, wasn't that? Because you were buried.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure a lot of you can probably relate to this. I mean, what we did take a lot of holidays whenever we could.
We could.
Just to get away because we were living for weekends and holidays. But my workload that I had to do before I went on holiday was so huge. I was in the office till 8, 9 at night, just trying to get stuff done so that I'd be in a good or the best possible place I could be before I went on holiday. And then it would take me probably the first 3 days of the holiday at least to come down from that because I'd just been so stressed out to try get my workload to a certain point. And then obviously there was nobody to cover my work when I was away. So probably the last 3 days of holiday, I was back into work mode again, just thinking about what I was have to face. And it really started to impact on my health quite badly. To be honest, my blood pressure was through the roof. I was on medication for it, and it's just not. So just when it couldn't continue.
No,
basically.
And it was on that last holiday. Well, it was actually last holiday because COVID kicked in after that. That's right. Where this all came about. So we were sat. The thing about what Jules was saying there is that she would have 10 days, 2 weeks off. She might have got 5 quality days in between, right, where she actually switched off and started to relax. When I was on a holiday, I always worked. So this is right. We were talking about this the other day. So I would get my laptop open. I would see what needs doing in the morning. I'd probably do 4 hours of work in the morning. We were in a villa or somewhere, wherever we were. Then we go out and have fun in the afternoon. Jules didn't do that. So her workload was piling up in the background. Nor should she have had to check her inbox while she was on holiday because the clue's on the tin. But it meant that when she got back, she probably had 3,000 emails she had to get through. So you can imagine the stress thinking what's coming up. Whereas I was dealing with it on a daily basis. And this is where it came about. We were sat in a bar in Valencia. And we'd done the thing, I'd done the work in the morning, we'd been out flying, and this is where we said, what if we didn't have to go back? What if we could turn it on its head and this could be our life, doing what we're doing on holiday, working in the morning and then playing in the afternoon? And that's when the penny dropped, didn't it? That's when it started to happen. And Jules went, okay, because she got to that point where the doctor says, you're going to die, man, you're going to have a heart attack or a stroke. So she went, it's the first time she'd gone, yeah, okay, let's look at it. And that's when it all came about. That's when we decided we were going to go back to Jersey and make a plan to leave. We didn't quite think it was going to happen in 90 days.
No.
But we did. And as Jules will tell you, it didn't happen overnight. There was stuff to plan and make it happen. But the pain became so much that we just went, no mas, no more. And that's where it happened, didn't it? So really, it's funny, and I hadn't thought about this, guys. When we've done this day, it's exactly how we flipped it on its head, isn't it?
Absolutely. And, I've just suddenly thought something that's just made me laugh. When I was about to go on holiday, 2 days before I would go, I would put my out of office on, because you know what it's like.
2 days?
Yeah. Because everybody nowadays demands an instant response. So obviously I checked what had come in. If that needed to be done, I would respond. But a lot of things didn't need to be done, but people still expect that immediate response. So that gave me that little buffer.
That's ridiculous.
But that's ridiculous,
Yeah,
isn't it? It just suddenly came into my mind and made me laugh. But if any part of that old day sounds like your day, you might want to take a step back and think about your life like we did.
That's what this is about, isn't it? And I said it on the previous video. This, we're not just going, look at our life, it's amazing. It's all about what Jules is saying there. If you're feeling, I'm kind of hurt. It's those morning sting, those afternoon sting, that office and round stings. Stop the bus. And that's why we created the One Life Rebook Coach, which is a free tool we've got. I'll put the link down below that you can use it's a chat GPT, basically, thing to lead GPT for. And you basically work through it. It shows you where you are now, what's not working, what you actually want to do, and how to make it happen. And that's why we're doing this. We're not just doing, look at us, we have an amazing life.
And just to mention, this free tool, take advantage of it, because it's completely private. Nobody has access to the information that you've got. You can take your time. You could just, it may just be at one tiny shift in your life to get you back on track. It doesn't have to be a drastic thing like we did. You moved to Spain. Yeah. But just that one thing that might bring that spark, that happiness back into your life. So give it a go. It's absolutely free.
Tell you what I'll do, and I'm obviously trying to think of a route. I think a lot of stuff on the fly, as you can imagine, without meetings. I'll do a video on the One Life Reboot Coach. Very quickly, the reason it came about is we had more and more people say to us, how did you do it? How did you break free from that environment and build a business and live the life you want to live in Spain? I was getting more and more of these questions, and I was having calls with people, which were great. And I thought, I'm going to develop something that people can access and explore it themselves. And that's how it came about. So I wrote this from my coaching experience, and I built it, the custom coach. So I have your own personal coach. And then I tested it on Jules, because you were the guinea pig, if you like, weren't you, from it? And you had just said, this is just bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah, and it really, there's no pressure, and it's something that's personal to you. So it gives you that little bit of space to do it in your own time. You can think about it. You can do it all in one go. You can, whatever way works for you. But it just might make you think, okay, you might, I'm rambling, sorry. You might be thinking, is this it, or was something missing from my life, but you don't know what it is, and it will help you explore that. And as I say, it just could be that tiny shift that could give you that spark back in your life and make you start loving life again.
Yeah, cool. Right, what I'll do a video about that, and when I've done it, I'll come back to this video, put a link down to it. But I'll drop the link to the One Life Reboot Coach anyway, so you can have a look. And you just drop your email in, and there's no charge or anything, and you get cracking on it. But yeah, let's do a video on it.
Okay.
And what it is. Cool, right. I reckon then it's time for a swim.
You okay? Sounds good to me.
Cool or see?
See.
Agreed. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate your time. If you've got any questions, drop them down below in the comments. Or any comments, don't forget to subscribe and like, or you can like and subscribe. You can tell we're new to this. So, But follow the journey. Hopefully it's valuable. If there's anything you want us to cover, just let us know in the comments. Any more to add, Julesy, or should we get our keenies on and go?
It's bad to
That wasn't a good image, was it? Just popped into my head. Shall I put my shorts on and go swimming? Mankini, I don't think so.
Goodness.
Anyway, good. Right. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next video.